Picture this. Your home is like a storybook for your kids. They're reading it every single day without you saying a single word. The pictures in your home are like the pictures in the book. If the pictures are old and they're missing and they're messy, or they're only reflective of only one area of your life, the story that they learn is my life was busy, my mom was tired, and things were chaotic. But if the photos are updated and intentional and complete, the story they learn is I belong, my family is strong, my mom's work matters, and my life is meaningful. This isn't about decorations. This is about imprinting. This is about identity and legacy and subconscious safety. So if we haven't met yet, my name is Macy McNeely, and I am not a photo expert at all. I'm a working mom of 3 boys who loves her work and loves her family. And I coach women on how to master the skill of selling so they can experience outrageous financial success. Many women, they choose to sacrifice and they are willing to go broke for their kids, but I love to help women get rich for their kids and enjoy all that life has to offer. So because I'm so passionate about sales and work and how I serve people, I want to instill those values into my kids, and photos speak so much louder than any word you could ever say. I want my kids to know that I'm not perfecting the cheese quesadilla while they're at school, okay? I want them to know that worthy work is worth doing. I want to instill in them how to think about work and to know that work is so beautiful and such an important part of life. I want them to know that work is how you make money, and money is good. Money is not evil, right? The love of money is the root of all evil. That's what scripture says, not money itself. Money is how we get to do fun things. I want them to associate money with options and freedom and fun. I want them to know that the more money you make is an indication of how many people you serve. So they start to connect wealth and service. I want them to know one of the most important ways to help people is to sell to them. That is how you serve them. So they start associating selling with transformation. Another thing about having photos in your home is that it helps kids actually feel a sense of belonging. They have to be updated though, because old photos, they can kind of feel like crusty and feel like, oh, those were the good old days, and almost make you a little bit sad. So we want to keep them updated and fresh. And photos allow you to display your work to your kids so they can see what you're doing when you're not with them. You want them to see your whole life, right? Not just you when you're making them cheese quesadillas, but you really doing what God has put you on this earth to do, which is to serve people with your gifts. You are imprinting in your children's subconscious the strength of your family unit. You're reminding them of all the events in their life. People, when they think about their life and they reflect on it, they think about the events more than they think about the day-to-day. And so with photos, you get to highlight certain events that would seemingly be not very impactful, but when you highlight them with photos, they make their life feel so full. So the rest of this video, what I'm going to do is give you actually like a course on how to do this. But this is really perfect for the working woman that cares about both of their things so much, their work and their kids. Down below is going to be a resource with all of these steps written out for you to make it as easy as possible. So let's get started, baby. I want to show you some of our photo books. This is, I think this is like an 8x8 or 9x9. I'm not exactly 100% sure. But as you can see, they are beaten up. You see this one has tape on it. It's falling apart. But I love it like that. I have pictures that are falling out, that are being, stuck back in there. Oh, this one that was actually taped back in there. And the reason I love this is because this is actually what my kids look at more than they read actual books. I keep these as accessible as possible so that when they get home from school, if they want to look at something or if they're just hanging out, they will pull these books out. And listen, I have a 2 and 4-year-old, and it keeps their attention sometimes for 30 minutes, which is very impressive to say the least. And I love that they are just constantly wiring in their subconscious that they have a family that loves them, they have a family that cares about them, all of their extended family, their friends, what mommy does when they're away, what daddy does when they're away. And yeah, I wanted to give you kind of like a visual image of really what we're doing here. So we frame them and filter them out. I do it about once a quarter, and then we print at the end of the year so that they can easily look through all their memories. So a couple of things that you need. really actually the most important you need is a lacy hard drive. So I know a lot of people use iCloud and, AirDrop and stuff like that to store their photos. And I will probably kind of transition a version of this into that at some point. What I love about just a hard drive is I just feel like I have so much control over this. It drives me crazy when iCloud is giving me notifications that it's too full or it's like not syncing, or there's just so many kind of little things that kind of get in the way sometimes. And so with a hard drive, I just feel in control. So this is the lacy one. We'll link this one as well if you want the exact ones that I have. And now what I want to do is call your attention to a couple of things that you need to be familiar with. So you definitely need to be familiar with the Finder icon down at the bottom left of your computer. And you need to be familiar with a couple of these buttons up here. Number one, this button right here, this shows your folders and icons. We're going to be toggling back and forth there. This is a list. We will be toggling to the list a lot. This is just I think it's just the folder. I'm not sure exactly what this one is called. Let's see. This one is the columns, and then the final one is a gallery. We don't use the gallery. We use the icon, the list, and the columns. That's really important. Another thing I want to call your attention to is to make sure you know that you can open up like multiple Finder windows. So you're going to be doing this a lot, opening new Finder windows and kind of divvying them up so you can move things easily. Lastly, I want to call your attention to the difference between moving and copying and pasting. If you move a file, let me show you an example right here. If I were to move this document right here, notice how it moves out of that folder and onto the desktop. And then if I move it back, it moves off of the desktop and into the folder. That is really important here because we are going to be moving things. We're also going to be copying and pasting things. We don't really want to delete anything, but make sure you know, am I moving or am I copying and pasting? So let me show you. If I, let's say I wanted to copy this picture right here and I wanted to put it in this folder, copy, paste. Now it is in both folders. It is in this folder right here and it is in that folder right here. Okay. One more thing I want to remind you before we get started, you can be as meticulous as you want here. Okay. I mean, the options are endless with how organized you want to be. I am a type B girly. I like to get things done. I like to get it done fast, and I am not going to just slave over tiny little details. I just like to get it done and keep moving. So if that resonates with you, you're going to really enjoy this specific tutorial. If that doesn't resonate with you, you could take this 10 layers further. I like to say, take the meat, leave the bones, and do what's best for you. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and, am I going to go ahead and plug this in? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and plug in the Lacy drive. I typically do all my organizing first just on my computer. It's very easy to move, and then I move everything to the Lacy drive. But I'm going to show you how I set up the folders, and I think it'll be much easier for you to see here. So plug in the Lacy drive. Okay, you open up your Lacy, and this is how it should all be set up. I have starting from 2014 all the way to 2025. When you click on a year, it should be all the months, okay, 01 to 12. And then when you click on the month, it's separated by photos and videos. So if you look, it's just all the photos and then all the videos of that month of 2024. Now also notice here, I have a favorites 2024. That's really important. So put your favorites. And then the last thing I want to point out are these events. So I have like school photos, Santa photos, St. Thomas. 2025 might be a better representation. So if you look, you see there's Disney, there's the mother-son dance, my son's 4th birthday, a Destin beach trip, the first UGA tailgate. This is everything that's on the Lacy so far for 2025. I'm going to jump off of the Lacy and go into the 2025 photo folder just on my computer because that's what I'm actually still working on. I'm still kind of like finding my favorites and dividing them up and organizing them. So I do all my organizing on the computer, and then I will drag it to the Lacy. In 2025 so far, everything is organized up to August. I still have September, October, November, and December to do. Now, don't be like me and wait to the very end of the year to do this. Typically, at the end of every single month, I do the process that I'm about to show you, and I'm typically very, very diligent. 2025, I got pregnant at the beginning of the year, and I was just so sick, and I felt so behind, and I'm paying the price right now, let me tell you. So stay on top of it as much as you possibly can. So if I head to the desktop, this is my I call the 2025 photo dump, and this is everything that I have for the year. Now, the things I'm still organizing is September all the way through December, and then I have my 2025 favorites right here that I'm still working on and copying and pasting over. So for the sake of giving you an example, I'm actually going to make a new folder for September. I'm going to do 09 September for YouTube. That's what I'm going to call it. Okay. And I want to go ahead and upload all of the photos from September of 2025 into this folder. If you have photos from years and years and years ago, and it just stresses you out to no end to think about how on earth am I going to get my photos from my phone to the computer, don't worry, I got you. It's not that scary. You got to get a cord, C-port cord right here. So you plug your phone into your computer and open up something called image capture. Image capture. Everybody who has a Mac has image capture right here. Make sure your phone is unlocked. It should pick up your phone. And these are all of the photos that are on my phone right now on image capture. Okay. Now what you're going to do is kind of make it a little bit bigger. And you're going to filter by date. So you click date here, and it changes the date. So my first photos are 2022, which honestly need to be deleted. But if you click again, I'm already on January 2026. So when you click it, it starts at the bottom. You click it again, it starts at the top. So I'm going to scroll down and find September 2025. I hope this works because all these check marks are telling me they're already uploaded. So let's see. September 2025. So I'm going to go to the top right here, September 30th. Scroll to September 1st. I know it's a lot. Scroll to September 1st right here. Press Shift. Click right there. Now everything is highlighted, and all you have to do is find the folder that you just made. So I'm going to go to desktop, and I'm going to make this a list. So I'm going to go to desktop, columns, go to, 2025 photo dump, 2025. And go to 09 September YouTube, choose. And then instead of download all, make sure you just press download. And now we wait. This shouldn't take too long. I don't think it will. Hey, I want to take just a really, really quick pause because if you are a high-level woman that has an offer that you know works, but something feels just like a little off when it comes to selling it, you've built something real and you know deep down in your core, like, man, I'm underselling this. This might be exactly what you're looking for. Now, this is not for the woman that is brand spanking new, like just starting out. This is for you if you know what you do works for other people. Like it changes their future forever. But the problem is you just can't get people to see that potential future. Or maybe you know, like, man, I'm underselling this, but you want to stay as far away from salesy as possible. You're really frustrated because the payoff of what you do, even though you know it in your core, it's not registering for other people. It's not clocking for them like it's clocking for you. Maybe you want to charge more, but the words that are coming out of your mouth, it's not making it easy to justify the price that you want to charge. It's not making it seem very obvious for other people. Or maybe you're just tired. You're tired of chasing, you're tired of convincing, you're tired of explaining, and you want people to lean towards you instead of the other way around. And that's who the Sell Your Offer Challenge is for. This is a 5-day challenge designed for that high-level woman who is serious about getting seriously good at selling. Now, why do you need to be serious about this? Because outcomes matter. Outcomes matter for your life, and they matter for the lives of the people that you serve. Over 5 days, I'm gonna teach you exactly how to sell your offer in a completely new way, and you're gonna have so much clarity, undeniable certainty, and even more importantly, that edge. And this is gonna make sure you're not louder than everybody else, but you're just more compelling. And if you're the kind of woman who wants proximity and you want that coaching, that personalized experience, the platinum ticket is absolutely for you. You're gonna get an additional hour with me, live coaching, every single day of the challenge. I'm telling you, real coaching, real refinement, real feedback. So if you're ready to stop second guessing your selling, I'd love to have you in the Sell Your Offer Challenge. All the information is going to be in the description below. Now let's get back to the video. Okay. They're all uploaded. So now what you want to do is make sure that you have a folder for video and for photos. So I just am going to go File, New Folder. I'm going to put Photo. And then oops, I didn't mean to do that. And then click again right here. File, New Folder, Video. Okay, this is where we're going to toggle between different types of views. So instead of going into columns, I want you to go to List. Oops, see, this is in the video. Notice that's in the video folder. So we're just going to back up, make sure we click here, go to List, and now they're all right here. Okay, I'm going to get rid of image capture. And now I'm going to open up a brand new Finder window. And I'm just going to open up the same exact folder that we're in. So I'm in Photo Dump 2025, YouTube, September. And I'm going to find the folder for photos. Okay. This is where I'm about to drag. We're not going to copy and paste, but we're going to drag all of the photos into this folder. Now, how do you find the photos easily? So up here you have name, date modified. So if you click the date it has been modified, it goes in that order. You can go in order by size, the smallest to the biggest, or you can go by kind. That's what you want to filter. So at the top, there's the videos, and then at the top, there's something else. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't know what this is. Apple sidecar, I don't know. And so what do? I just drop it in the trash. Someone's going to comment on this and be like, girl, this is how you do that. But I just delete it because it's not that serious. Now I'm going to go to all of the images. So there's JPEG images, there's PNG images. You're going to shift, then click, and we're going to move, not copy and paste, but move them to the photo folder. Then you're going to click video, scroll all the way up, press shift, get all the videos, move them into video, just like that. Now, Macy, what do you do with the videos? I'm going to be honest, I do nothing with them at this point. At some point in my life, I absolutely plan on going through and finding the special ones and favoriting them. It's just not a priority for me in this moment. I just love to focus on printing the pictures and the photo books. So now I'm going to go to the photos part of September. Okay. Now, here's where we're going to toggle the view again and make sure we're going to this icon view right here. Do you see how you can just like really easily see the photos when you do them in the icon? And I'm going to show you another trick right here. If you click view at the top, it can go to show viewing options. Just click that and you can increase how big the photos are. Boom. So now we're not clicking and exiting, clicking and exiting, clicking and exiting. We can see the big photos and just scroll and easily see what do we like, what do we not like, what do we want to keep, what do we want to get rid of, okay? You see how easy this is? It really is. So now we have our icon view and we want to kind of cruise. Everyone say cruise, okay? We want to cruise through the photos. We're not going to meticulously open and zoom in to make sure everybody's eyes open. We're not going to do that, especially for the photo books, okay? That's really what we're working on right now. For the photo books, they don't have to be perfect. We just want to get the essence into the books and into the hands of your kids and in front of them for many, many years to come, okay? So we have the icon. I'm going to pull up this other window finder right here and go to favorites. This is where we are going to copy and paste. Did everyone hear me? Here's where we copy and paste. We're not moving, we're copying and pasting some of our favorite photos into the favorites folder. We want to keep all the September photos in the September folder and just pull out, copy and paste some of our favorites into the favorites, okay? So for the sake, I can't remember if I've done September, August, no, I haven't done September yet. Perfect. So I'm going to do it right now with you, okay? I'm going to pull the favorites right here. I'm actually going to put this in icon view. I think it's easier like that to drop them. And then I have a mouse track right here. I prefer that when I'm sifting through photos. And I am just going to click and press shift every time I find a couple that I like. So I've clicked one. I like that one. I like this one. Love this. Love this. Oh man, guys, this is going to be... Okay, so you see how there's two similar ones right here? I'm just going to pick one. I'm not going to overthink it. Love it. Love it. See, there's multiple right here. I'm just going to pick one. Like, I can't see rush right there, so I'm going to click this one. I'm going to keep moving. Oh, there's multiple right there. I'm just going to pick one. I'm going to keep moving. I'm not going to overthink it. Look, there's so many of the same. Just pick one. Not a big deal. I don't know what those are. See, there's multiple like that. We're going to keep moving, keep moving. That's cute. That's cute. That's cute. Let's see what else. See, there's multiple right here. I'm just going to quickly look. I like that one the best. He's smiling there. That one's actually probably better, so I'm just going to click again. I'm holding shift the whole time, by the way, while I'm doing this. I'm holding shift. So cute. Russia's doing my belly when I was pregnant. This is him going to school. So cute. Archie with his little bear. He's sleeping. This is them golfing. Okay, when I think I have like a good grip, and I'm going to let go of shift. Okay, I have all of these clicked. I'm going to do command copy, come over here, do command paste. And there's a image right here saying preparing to copy to, and so some of them might be duplicates. So I'm going to press apply all and just say skip. Boom. Okay, so we're going to keep going. Let's see. That's cute. That's cute. This is me. So like anytime I know that's weird to put some of just you in the family photo album, but I want them to look at that picture of me and be like, Mommy, where were you? And I was like, babe, I was at Sales Mastery Live teaching women how to sell. This is myself in court. Like, put you and your friends. And my kids always are like, Mommy, that's your friend? Yeah, Mommy has friends too. Absolutely. This is where we were moving out of my house because of our plumbing issue, which I want to remember even though it was chaotic. Oh, I sent that picture of me waking up from a nap to Courtney. Just cute pictures, cute pictures. Now, if you notice a theme for the month, like so for example, Sales Mastery Live was in September, that would be an event that I want to capture. All you'll do, I'll show you that in just a second. Let me just keep going right here. Cute, cute. All of these are cute. We're not overthinking it. We're just having fun. We're just loving life. We're just enjoying looking at all these pictures, just me in court, pregnant as can be. That's our friends and their baby. That's their grandfather. Okay, so here's another thing right here. So let me just go ahead, look, watch. I'm pausing, copying, putting it in favorites, paste. Now, there's a couple of things that I've noticed. Number one, Sales Mastery Live is happening. And number two, I am looking for some pictures to go in our pond house. We are building a pond house that's going to be ready in the next couple of weeks. And so I've been looking for pictures that I want to be printed and framed in there. This is a pond house that we are going to spend a lot of time in with my in-laws. Okay, it's on their family land, like my husband's parents' family land. So it's kind of like a collective family house. So anytime I see something that I think would be really cute printed, what I'm actually going to do is just open up another window, right? So File, New, Finder window. And I already have a folder going on called Pond House right here. And all I'm going to do, remember, we're going to copy and paste. I'm going to copy and paste because this is a favorites of mine. This is also in September, and I want it to go in the pond house. So I want it to go to 3 places. Okay, so let's just keep going. That, oh Lord, pregnant me. This is Arch at a doctor's appointment with me. So cute. You know, it's just all these like really cute little moments. Okay, so for the sake of this video, I'm probably going to stop here. Oh, here's some pictures of the pond house. That's them going to the Georgia game by themselves. Like, it's so fun to look back on all the amazing memories. It's my little boy. Look, see that, me being on stage, 100%. I want that in the album for sure. So both of these are from Sales Mastery Live. So once these get in the folder, the reason it takes a little bit longer is because I'm copying and pasting versus moving. So once I see that is Sales Mastery Live, I'm going to copy. And then I'm going to, see, I probably need another window folder for Sales Mastery Live, which is awesome. So I have Sales Mastery Live 09. I'm just gonna paste it right there. See? Oh look, see, I'm actually almost done. So that, so cute. So that I want in the pond house. These I want in the favorites. So I'm gonna go to favorites right here. Watch. That's my amazing father-in-law. I want this, copy. I'm gonna put it in the pond house. Let's see. This is the pond house right here. So I'm gonna paste it right there. And then for Sales Mastery Live, I'm gonna come here, just grab that, put it right there. Put that in favorites. Okay, so now what we have done is we have separated our photos, and we've got all of September up in there. We have Sales Mastery Live separated. I've put a couple in the pond house that I know I want printed in the pond house. And over time, month after month, as you do this, you are going to slowly collect a whole folder of favorites. Now, every quarter, I'll just show you really quick what my favorites is looking like. Every quarter, you can kind of go through and just say, hey, I want to print some of these and refresh the home. I want to refresh the frames, refresh their rooms, and refresh any photos that are going to make me feel really just excited to look at and will make them feel loved. And I want to show you something that I do that helps me delegate the process of getting photos printed, because I do like doing all this. I know what I like. I know what I want in the favorites. I know what I want in the family yearbook. But I don't necessarily need to be the one printing them, and I don't need to be the one putting them in the frames, but I do care about which ones are in the frames. So let me show you this system that I have right here that could be helpful. I have someone that helps me in my house and helps me with the kids, and she's an angel beyond. What you can do is take a picture of where all your frames are, and number them. Okay, so I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in my living room. Then I have 3 in my office, and then I have 2 in like my little chest right here. So I have numbered them all. And then when I, and then when I kind of start to get ready to print photos, I'll just group them by month and number them 1 through 10. So that shows her, hey, I want number 1 photo to go in number 1 frame. I want number 2 photo to go in number 2 frame. And I don't need to tell her what size to print it at. She can totally do the math, figure it out, and know, okay, number 1 goes number 1 frame, and number 1 frame is an 8 by 10. Number 2 frame is 5 by 7. Number 3 frame is a 4 by 6. Print them all and get them all in the frames. It's a really good system if you want to delegate that. I get a lot of questions about where I get these photo books printed, and I've gotten them printed at a couple places. Let's see, I've done Artifacts Uprising, MPix, and Chatbooks, and all of them are good. I'm going to be honest. Which one is this one? This is Artifacts Uprising right here. I'm going to be honest. I choose the one that is giving me the least amount of trouble. They all have their own software, and the software can kind of self-select where all the photos go. And I always do that. I just use the software, and sometimes they get a little finicky, and sometimes they give me a little bit of trouble. And if they start giving me a lot of trouble, I just exit it out and I go to a different website. I don't know if that's normal behavior, but that's what I do. But those 3, they all are really good. They all come in a standard size. And like I said, I think this is like 8 by 8 or 9 by 9. So just pick your standard size, pick your program you want to use, and go. I want to close up this video to remind you the 2 categories we have. Category 1 is things that we care about. Category 2 are things that we don't care about. Okay? Category 1, things that we care about. We care if we are copying and pasting and or moving. 2 very different things. It's important to be aware. Am I moving things away? Am I moving things out of a folder? Or am I copy and pasting it? We care about that. We also care about subcategorizing the important events, the birthday parties, the tailgates, the work events that you have. We want to make sure that we're highlighting those special moments, those special vacations, so that in their brains, they're thinking, ooh, my life is full. And the last thing that we care about is we make this as easily accessible as possible. Put it in front of your kids, put it in the shelf right by the TV where they might pick up the photo books instead of watching TV. Make it as accessible for them as possible. All right, let's talk about the things we don't care about. We don't care about the absolute perfect version of the photo. Someone's gonna have their eyes closed. It's gonna be a little bit blurry. There's gonna be more flattering pictures. It's not a big deal. We wanna get the essence. Don't worry about the perfect version. Another thing we don't care about are the photos in sequential order in the book. I don't worry about that. If you really care about that, I would encourage you to make sure you do this every month and you put the photos actually in the software at the end of every month. Typically, I do the software and kind of pick what book I want to have at the end of the year, okay? But if you care about them being in sequential order, do it at the end of every month. Personally, I don't care. I just want the vibe. I just want the essence. What order they're in doesn't bother me. Another thing we don't care about is organizing videos, okay? One thing at a time, just focus on photos, get all in, get committed on that, check it off, and then if you care about getting the videos really organized, go for that next. We definitely don't care about the books staying perfect. Let them get messy, let them fall apart. That's what it's for. If you really want them to be pristine, you can save it in the software, whatever website you choose to use. Like if you choose to use Artifacts Uprising, you can create an account and it keeps up with every photo with every photo book you've ever done with them. So if one gets destroyed, you can log back into Artifacts Uprising and reprint that specific photo book. For me, I don't mind them being a little bit beat up. I think it's really cute. The last thing we don't care about is separating different parts of your life. What you're not going to do is say, oh, this is my work photos, or this is the work section of my photos. This is the family section of my photos. This is my friend. No, we have one life, and we want to demonstrate to your kids that you have one life and your life is really full. It's important your kids see you going for it, because one day you're going to tell them to go for it. You're going to tell them that they can be anything and do anything in their life, and they're going to believe you because they've watched you do that as well. They've watched you live a full life. they've watched you have a lot of different experiences and experience all that life has to offer. So mix it all together and let them just enjoy. If you want to learn more about how to really make the most of your time and fill your calendar intentionally and how to get time on your calendar to be able to actually do this, I'm going to link the tutorial in the description below. But really just kind of take it one step at a time, commit to the process, and you're going to be so glad that you did it. Comment below your biggest takeaway, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one.